Hello, social media world. This is Daryl L. Rivers, as you well know if you are on my social media site or subscribe to my YouTube channel. I was headed out to go conduct a speaking engagement that I got to be at about maybe an hour from now. And a memory came up in my mind, and I began to ponder on it. And I remember when I was maybe 5 or 6 years old, my great-grandmother passed away. And during the time of it, I could not understand or really grasp the gravity of what actually had occurred until we reached the gravesite, and they began to lower the casket into the ground. And at that point, the gravity of what I was truly experiencing, it really began to take hold of me. Even at that young of an age, I began to understand the concept of death and moving on from that particular arena. But that's not the focus on what it is that I want to relay to you today, as far as, me having a memory of my great-grandmother. But what I do want to focus on today is that we all have some specific things that we have moved on and that we believe as though we have put in our past. It may be different hurts, it may be different pains that have died off in our lives. Now, the reality that a thing is dead in your life or it has died off in your life does not specifically mean that it doesn't still affect you in your life as it stands right now. So we'll say, oh, I'm over that, I've been through that, I'm done with that area, I'm turning the page, I'm writing a new chapter, this is 2015 and all the things in 2014 are past and gone. Whatever it is that we may choose to desire to say about particular things that have gone on in the past. My question to you today is, even though it's dead, have you buried it? That is a serious question. Sometimes we have different issues, we have different habits that we do our best to conquer. We try to kill them off in our life, so to say. But even though after you kill this thing off and it's dead in your life, sometimes we refuse to bury it, because that's when it really sinks in that you can't return to it. So therefore, we'll harbor dead things that are in our life, dead relationships, dead habits, dead thought processes, and they will begin to decay and produce a certain stench in your life, to whereas it begins to affect every single thing that you have in your home, and the smell of that thing gets in it, and for some reason you can't realize why. You're having a hard time with other relationships, you're having a difficult time in other venues in your life, and you feel as though that habit, that thought process, that paradigm, that relationship, that you've gotten over it. Well, maybe it's dead in your life, but for some reason you haven't buried it. There was no closure, so to say. It's almost like having a vehicle, and you love your vehicle, and it's a great vehicle, and for some reason the engine dies, okay, and it's time to get a new car. You can't go back to the old, and it's just not worth restoring it. So therefore, you keep that dead car in your driveway. And when you get your new car, you can't really fully enjoy the new car because something dead that you can't drive anymore, you can't experience anymore, you can't enjoy anymore, is still taking up space. My challenge to you today is to bury the dead things that are in your life. They're dead anyway. There's no reason to keep them around. They will eventually begin to decay, take up space, collect dust, and ultimately produce a specific stench in your life that you just don't want to deal with. And no one around you is going to want to deal with them. So that's your Freedom Friday. However many seconds of motivation that I can give you. Be free. Bury those things that are dead in your life. My name is Daryl L. Rivers, owner and CEO of Lead Consulting LLC, saying God bless you, love you, and talk to you maybe in a couple of weeks. Bye.